Good morning. You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and our morning show brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman. Joining us in this segment, I've got Angela Olmarsters, Marketing and Promotions Director, Jim Olive, Vice President, and Larry Budd, Treasurer with the Christian County Fair Board, joining us here today in studio. To the three of you, how are we doing today?
Great.
And fine. Cool out today.
It is, and it's a nice change for the beginning of August to see such cool weather. It's pretty, it's well welcomed. It's nice. It is. So we want to talk about a recap. We want to kind of go down and talk a little bit about how the fair went this year. And I know there was some rain, there was some weather that tried to get in the way, but that's Mother Nature. We're not going to stop it. So I'm looking to start maybe with Tuesday. I know Tuesday's just the beginning of the fair. But what can we tell us about Tuesday and kind of how things went when it came to the pageants and everything else?
I think the pageant went well itself. They had big girls and little girls. That all came off fine. It was iffy for a while, but it pulled through.
It did pull through. And Lydia Repsher, it was Jolie Cavatorta and Avery Nation, I think.
Yes.
The three that got announced. So for you guys, every year is a different fair queen. Do you notice, just kind of an influx and people that are interested in being fair queens? What's that kind of look like in terms of the numbers that sign up for the pageants, things like that? Or do we even maybe right now kind of have an idea of something like that?
I think it fluctuates back and forth. I worked with the pageants for 12 years at Christian County Fair, and every year is just a little bit different. I think kids are and adult, women are so involved with lots of different activities, and it's a commitment, to the fair. So I think whether you have 4 or whether you have 30, it's all a matter of desire, and I think they do a great job. So
Sure. And there's a lot of hard work that goes behind the scenes that I didn't realize, pageant coordinators and things like that. So how important is it to have people like that really helping you out and making that a successful event?
It's very important to make sure that you have folks, that are in charge of, putting the groups together. And especially, most important is making sure that all the young ladies and participants in all the contests feel good about themselves. And that's really what the Christian County Fair is about. And so we're very pleased with all the young ladies, and I think they do a great job.
Yeah, and they were around. I think they were at the Coles County Fair. I think they were maybe in Moultrie County. I think they've been getting around Central Illinois the last couple of days.
Yeah, it's a busy time for them.
Yeah, and you want to talk about commitment? That's all of a sudden weekend days and things like that. That is a real commitment.
And we were very lucky. The queen for last year was first runner-up at the state pageant.
Yes, Delaney Epley, 2024 Miss Christian County Fair. Got to meet her myself just a couple weeks back, and how cool is that? I mean, for Christian County to get that kind of recognition, and that's a tough deal. Even to get runner-up, that's a lot of work.
Them young ladies are busy.
Yeah, and I think some of us maybe don't realize how much goes into that, and so I do want to put some focus and attention on that. Tuesday, was there anything else that I missed outside of the pageants? The grand opening, things like that. We're ribbon cutting, getting folks out there.
We had the ribbon cutting, which was a normal thing we have every year, and it went off without a hitch.
Probably nice to see businesses and different community members come out.
Yeah, we have everybody from the county and the city and everybody. Invitation's always open to whoever wants to come out.
And that makes me think, Bruce Berry, even Mayor Taylorville here, most know probably who Bruce Berry is, but man, I saw him pretty much every day. I saw, even like Brian Sharp or other individuals out there quite a bit. And so how cool is that for you to see your city and your town kind of also show that same support too?
Well, you always want that kind of support, and it looks good for the people to come out there, and they're all mingling around and everybody's having a good time.
And I think that's an important piece to it too, is just seeing those faces out there, just, not just as the mayor or chairman of the board or whatever else, but as a regular human being who also lives here in Taylorville. I think it's important. I get to see him once a month, but for somebody that doesn't, you kind of have a disconnect. You think, oh, well, he's got a position of power and
And you don't see him no more.
No, you don't see him anymore. And so I think it's a neat thing as well that they do come out and show as much love and support there as well. So that's a look at Tuesday. Wednesday, we got into things like the community day. And how did Wednesday kind of go from your eyes?
Oh, Wednesday went, everybody was busy and kind of the weather.
Mm-hmm.
So they were really busy on the track. And we thought we was going to be in trouble and have to cancel it, but they got it ready by their hard work and dedication. And it came off. It had some good races.
Yeah, there was 27 modifieds at that, and they were running 3 wide in the turns. You don't see that often, and it was a great show. I mean, grandstands was packed pretty good. You know, to get that kind of a car count, you're very lucky.
Well, midweek too. I
Yes.
mean, you know, like it normally a race like that, maybe Friday night, but most typically a Saturday night, you know, and you're getting these folks out, and it's a lot easier on the weekend. But a midweek race is to see that kind of, 27 cars out there. That is an impressive number. Anything else that I'm missing from Wednesday when it comes to the races, the community day? Am I missing something else?
Well, the community day went off very well. We had over 81 vendors inside and out. It was crowded. We did get rained on, but luckily everybody was mostly inside the expo building, so it didn't really keep the excitement down. We had a large variety of different vendors, farming vendors, retail vendors, folks giving out free slushies like the Farm Bureau, and we love to partner with all those folks. That's the beauty of the fair, is like Jim was saying and Larry, everybody, comes out, and yourself, the mayor and different folks, but you can't hardly stay away from the Christian County Fair because there's so much to offer. And that's what the fair board is about, is trying to, add new events and keep traditional events so that we can continue to grow as a fair.
And 27 modifieds for the races, 81 plus vendors. That's a lot of folks coming out for a Wednesday night. And I think sometimes that gets forgotten, that when you start a fair on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, again, you have enough excuses if you want. Oh, my kid's got this, or I've got, work was long, it was late. But then you see how many people came out, and it is an impressive number. Stock car races wise, and I feel like I heard him till 10:30. It really was. Yeah, that track was.
It was
really
a late
going.
Start, but they put on a show. Yeah. All 3 classes put on a show, and then in the morning we had the senior day with the chicken dinner and bingo. Mm-hmm. That went over great, like it always does. It's well attended.
I was going to say, we talked to Crystal Baker not too long ago, and I think she said she was very, very happy with the turnout from that fried chicken dinner as well. And so I thought I was missing one piece. So I'm glad, Larry, you got me cued in there as well. That was community day on Wednesday, stock car races, the senior day as well. And the weather did not slow things down. It just made it to where we got to put a little extra work in, and we're going to get it figured out. So that is a good piece there as well. Angie, you mentioned bringing new things to the fair, new things, a part of the fair. And one of those this year was the Western Style Show. I believe that was on Thursday as well.
Yes, it was held in the expo building at the stage area, along with the wine gala that was going on. And we had 25 participants from folks such as Little Luxuries, Farm and Home, the Boot Barn out of Springfield. So it was a fun and exciting new event. The fair board, Jeremy Tucker, Chuck Dyer, Larry, of course, Jim, all the folks, on the fair board worked really hard that day to try to prevent more damage from the rain control. But over in the expo building, all the livestock shows also were going on over in that area. Of course, they had the auction at 6:00 that night on Thursday. We can't forget that. And I think that, despite a little bit of quirks with the weather, you've never seen a harder working fair board, getting the tracks and everything cleaned off. And we can talk more about that on preparation for Friday. So sure. Everybody just does their thing,
And I would like to, I would like to highlight, Larry, when you came in with Angela before the fair. I think it was a couple months before, and we missed Jim, unfortunately, but that's all right. Jim's here today with us. Larry, you said it's all about those kids. And to me, being a part of that 4-H Foundation auction, you get to see that. Do you feel still like, hey, we brought these new things, but that focus is still right there on the kids and
Absolutely. The kids being able to show off the different animals, that they're excited and they work hard to get those animals ready for those shows. And, it's just something that it seems to be dwindling a lot nowadays. You don't see as many in that, but the ones that do are very, very dedicated to showing their different animals.
And we got the pleasure of talking to some of those kids, and hearing from them about their projects, about their animals. And you see that dedication, you see that hard work, and that's going to translate later in life. I really believe that for sure. And also just, man, the dwindling numbers for sure of participation in it. But all of a sudden, Christian County and the FFA and the 4-H here in Christian County, there's so much support for it. And so many kids still doing it. It feels like one of the last bastions of hope almost, really, in terms of, and I really feel like Christian County is, in a lot of ways with FFA and 4-H, is kind of leading the way here in Central Illinois.
Well, you notice that, in our name, agriculture is part of our fair name, and you don't see that in all different counties. And, we make sure that the kids are number one at the fair. We have lots of sponsors that donate specifically for that area, and every kid goes away, maybe not with the blue ribbon or the best in show, but every kid goes away with lots of things. So, and hopefully great memories.
Absolutely. Valuable experiences. And sometimes that's just as important as any ribbon could ever be. Well, let's take ourselves a break. And we'll come back and we'll talk the busy weekend, starting with that concert on Friday and how that went. I've got Jim Olive, Vice President, Larry Budd, Treasurer, and Angela Olmarsters, Marketing and Promotions Director with the Christian County Fair Board, talking the wrap-up and how things went at the 101st Christian County Agricultural Fair. We'll be right back on WTIM, your information station.
WTIM.
I'm Jim Taylor. Corn, beans, and Chicago wheat lower across the board. September corn $3.89 down 2 3/4. December corn down 2 3/4, $4.09.5. March corn $4.26.5 down 3. August beans $9.66 1/4 down 1 1/2. September beans down 2 1/4, $9.73 1/2. November beans $9.92 3/4 down 3. September wheat down to nickel, $5.18 3/4. December wheat $5.38 1/2 down 5 3/4. September bean meal $2.64.70 down a dime. September bean oil $55.87 down 66 cents. Livestock trade August feeders unchanged $338.95. August live cattle $232.22 down 85 cents. August lean hogs up 62 cents, 107.65. Energy market, September crude oil down 20 cents, 69.80. This is the RFD.
Here's Cousin Bill from Illinois Paving.
Asphalt seal coating season is here. Are you tired of sealing that asphalt driveway every year? Cousin Bill has a polymerized seal that can last much longer using premium grade polymerized asphalt seal coat. It can last so long, you'll get sick of looking at it. This is the same stuff that we use on our state and federal jobs. We can machine clean, we can crack fill, hand apply, or spray. Be the envy of the block with a new asphalt seal coat from Illinois Paving. 788-7777.
This is Jim Adcock with People's Bank and Trust, where customers have one business banker who understands their business and provides the right financial services to achieve their goals. Your business banker is your single source for all your financial needs, from cash management to lines of credit, from mortgages to equipment loans, and everything in between. Call me at 888-PBT-1954. Bank with People's Bank and Trust, so you can spend your time running your business, not explaining it. At People's Bank and Trust, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Taylorville Memorial Hospital, great care is a team effort. It's expert doctors, compassionate nurses, and advanced technology, all working together to deliver the best care possible for you and your family. From preventive testing to advanced procedures, Taylorville Memorial Hospital is where great care comes together for you. Visit memorial.health/TMH to see a full list of hospital services, the latest news, and additional resources like visitor information, careers, and more.
Carl Krumsick here from Krumsick Monument Company in Taylorville, Illinois. Find out the many services we provide by clicking our icon on the obituaries page of TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
This is Blaine Cornwell with Prairie State Insurance. To learn more about our products and services, click our icon on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
And we're back with the WTIM Morning Show here on your information station. We're brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman. Joining us in this segment, Angela Olmarsters, Jim Olive, and Larry Budd, all with the Christian County Fair Board. Where we left off was Thursday. Let's talk Friday. How did that concert go? Clay Walker, Casey Donahue.
Excellent.
We were impressed.
Yes, there was. We met our goal of selling over 3,000 tickets total, and VIP tent was packed. The track was packed, and the grandstands was almost packed. They both put on one heck of a show. I didn't get to see Casey Donahue, but what I did of Clay Walker, he had the fans right where he wanted them.
Pretty awesome there then, yeah.
But before that ever started, of course, the track was all wet and muddy. And Brent West came to our rescue and opened up the quarry and hauled in about 400 ton of lime and spread it. So the whole track for the concert all looked white. I think Angela just said it looked like being on the beach, and it did. It went off great.
And so when Clay Walker threw out the beach balls, it was an appropriate setting for that, because we thought we were on the beach there for a minute,
Right here in Christian County,
Right
landlocked
here at the
as
fair.
it gets. I tell you, we are as landlocked as it gets. So concert-wise, again, weather could have been a problem, but no problem at all. And a big thanks of that comes to Brent West.
Yes, it does.
So I appreciate we are able to throw that out there as well. Getting into Saturday, and excellent also that you met your goal too of 3,000 plus tickets. Saturday though, demo derby wise, weather starts to clear up a little bit. How was the demo derby?
Demo derby went well. People will come out for a demo derby. I think they'd come out in the rain, but it went over well.
I was going to say I definitely think so.
But Brent and his guys got in there and the fair board and cleaned all that lime off so they could hold the demo derby, so that they had the mud to be able to sling. And so we were very fortunate to have Brent and his guys and the fair board members that worked hard to get that ready.
400 tons of lime. I mean, that is no small feat again. So, we talk when you think Sunday with tearing down, putting it all up and taking it back down, and then 400 tons of lime. That's not like it just erases itself in a moment's notice. So again, that takes a lot of work there as well. Sunday, briefly, how did tear down go? What's it look like from your guys' end?
Looks like a mess. It's kind of how the grounds look. They're kind of rutted up from the bad weather and things that generally the people don't see, but we have to deal with it afterwards. And tearing down the carnival when they're pulling out, they rut up the ground, and
This
it's
year
not
a
a
little
good
bit
time.
more
Yeah. Well,
with the rain.
I want to leave us time here, and we just have enough time, just about 30 seconds. There are still some events coming up, and I know, Larry, you highlighted some of those. What are some of those coming up?
August 9th, the Ag Shriners of Christian County is putting on a tractor pull. It starts at 11. August 23rd, that's Meet the Machines. And then after that, then we're going to have a demo with combines, tractors, and buses is what I've been told. And then in October, we're going to have a fall stock car race. Bob Sargent's working, put that together.
I am impressed. We condensed a week and the future into 20 minutes. So thank you guys for doing so. I appreciate you joining us here today.
All right. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Jim Olive, Vice President, Larry Budd, Treasurer, and Angela Olmarsters, Marketing and Promotions Director with the Christian County Fair Board, talking the 101st Christian County Agricultural Fair on WTIM.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville. 96.1 FM Taylorville. 107.5 FM Shelbyville. 107.